What's the movie that we have never seen because you haven't made it? And make that movie.
When I first saw this clip by Tarantino, I thought, fuck, art's about originality, and that's what I was chasing for a long time. It's about creating something that's never been done before, that the world has never seen. And that was really depressing as a young artist because everything, it seems, has already been made. There's really nothing new under the sun for me to go out there and create. And so it demotivates, right? It makes you think, shit, what's the point then? Why should I even keep at it? And that's because you've had it all wrong. At least I did. Because art isn't about creating original work. It's about interpreting things in a way and through a lens that only you can do. Through your own personal interest, through your own worldview, through your own thoughts and emotions and experiences. And it's about transmuting those individual experiences into something that is tangible and that can be shared. That's really the meat of the matter. The meat of any art is emotional. And for those emotions to be meaningful, they have to be real. Even if the way they're presented is not the same as, how those emotions arose in reality. Like, you don't have to directly translate reality into art. You need to do it through a little bit of alchemy. You need to apply a little bit of alchemy to it. You need to turn that reality into a metaphor, and then on that metaphor apply your own style. And it is when you do that you come out with an artwork that looks original but that has a soul. And this is really important because think about it, like, this is what sets you apart from even AI, right? It sets you apart from AI because when you base your work in actual experiences that you have had as a human, when those experiences are the source of your design choices, specifically not of your choice of subject matter, of choice of presentation, of your choice of expression and everything else, if the emotions that your art is built around are real, are private, nothing else can replicate it, specifically not AI. AI may be able to make beautiful pictures, but it can't make meaningful pictures. And it's really the meaning, right? It's really the emotional resonance that you're able to create that matters. Otherwise, what would be the point of art? Like, if it's just about aesthetics, then fuck it, bro. Just tell DALL-E to make something for you and that's it. That's the end of your life. But that's not what it's about. AI misses the point. AI makes accurate illustrations. It doesn't make soulful art. That's your job. And that means you have to be vulnerable. And that means you have to be aware. Because how else are you going to transmute something that private as your own experiences, as personal problems? In fact, Tarantino in this interview said, transmute your biggest personal problem into a movie. So that takes vulnerability, right? That takes an extreme amount of openness. It takes an extreme amount of awareness. You have to really self-reflect and see what it is that you're facing. What's your cross to bear? You really have to feel the weight of it. You really have to feel the emotional impact of it. And you have to take those emotions. And then you have to say, okay, around the same emotional frequency, okay, if you just think about it like that, I can build something completely different. You can Well, this might sound silly, but you can paint aliens while you're actually thinking about your own experience as, let's say, an immigrant. That's what happened in this in District 9. There was this guy who used to live in South, I think South Africa, right? And the director of District 9, and he used to live in South Africa, and he had experienced life during apartheid, right? During segregation, and those are the emotions he used to make District 9, which is about these aliens who, seek refuge on Earth and are forced to live in slums. And it's a completely different, not completely, but it's quite a different setting, right? It's quite a different presentation. But the facts, the emotions, they're the same. And that's what you want to retain in your own art. So when people say originality, it's not really about making something that's not been seen. It's about showing something in a way that has not been shown before. It's about showing something personal. And you can do that through means, through subject matter, through like painting styles that have been explored before. And that's really not somewhere where you need to innovate. The real crux, the real basis of your style, of your personal journey as an artist needs to be rooted in the things that you're interested in, the things that you believe, and the things that you've experienced. And that's what I think creating original art is really about. Don't get seduced by this fantasy of having a personal style appear out of nowhere, right? Of having something that has no lineage. There's always going to be a lineage to what you create. There are always going to be things you've stolen, right? Things you've compiled together. Your personal art style is going to be a collage of a lot of different things, right? Artists that you like, people that you like, the kind of person you are. And that's okay. It's okay if what you're making is rooted. In fact, it's essential that what you're making is rooted. Otherwise, it's never going to be solid and it's never going to grow. That's all I had to say. I hope you like this rant. I'll see you.